Misty spring day at Silverstone for the opening race weekend of the Dunlop Production Touring Car Trophy and the second race. The cars on the grid will be joined by 23 competitors from the BRSCC's Alfa Romeo Championship. In the middle of the frame, the back of the black Alfa 156 GTD on pole, you can see of Roger Evans. But for our purposes, the Production Touring Car Trophy, the pole car on the far left of your screen, Adrian Churchill, the race one winner. Red lights are on and off, and away they go. And in the manner of all great handicap races, the Alphas will start behind the production touring cars. And as Tom Carnaby takes the lead, again, car number one, a very slow getaway from Adrian Churchill. He's down in 5th position behind this man, Gary Duckman, in his Seat Leon. Now in race one, the Megane in front of us of Josh Cook was the car that took the early lead, sprinted away from the grid, and already Churchill, as they get into the Beckett's S's, up into 4th, looking for 3rd inside the Megane. That becomes outside, and so you see Duckman taking avoiding action as the Megane, and I think the Astra just made contact. In the mirror, look in the mirror, you can see the red of the Astra's roof as we get alongside the Renault. Duckman's on the outside line, that's the racing line. He'll have a quicker approach into the corner. Can he hang on to 3rd? Not quite. Looks like Josh Cook is going to be there in 3rd on the exit. He is, as they drop down into the Vale, over a little brow and again onto the brakes. Duckman's still on the inside in the Seat. But now it goes left as the drivers see it, then right, and right again through Club Corner. Reprofile to come around the new pit lane here at Silverstone. As this battle continues, it is Astra's 1 and 2, Tom Carnaby and Ryan Bensley 1st and 2nd. The two black cars in front, and Duckman hanging onto the tail of the Seat there as it drifts a little wide through the high-speed right at Abbey, over the unsettling little bump in the middle. Now on the brakes into Village, and then short squirt up to the loop. He's taking a tight inside line, forcing Churchill in the red Astra to stay on the outside. Meanwhile, Josh Cook challenged Ryan Bensley there for 2nd place, didn't get through, and Churchill, look at the grip he's got, and look at the power off the corner, the slow corner there of that Courtney turbo machine. On the Seat with a 2-litre engine, as has the Vauxhall, the VXRs with a turbo as well, and Churchill clearly had that wound well up. On car number 6, Josh Cook in his Renault Megane, only finished the night before the first race weekend. Whoa, he's got a bit of a tank slapper going there, keeps it all under control, just about. Far less dramatic from Gary Duckman though. He slips by into 3rd place, got by Churchill as well. And you saw in front as well, little drift off the circuit there by Ryan Bensley. And Duckman's got a really good run going on him for 2nd, and Bensley, something coming off underneath the car. Looked like a little bit of floor tray. Churchill around the outside of Cook for 4th. Tortured tyres bouncing over the grass as they get into the Vale. Everybody starting to learn how to really lean on these slick tyres in racing trim now. And Churchill did a good job there to put the red Astra up into 4th place ahead of the Megane. Out of Club Corner, down what is going to become the new pit straight. Oh my goodness, synchronised spinning. There are oil flags there when you are already spinning in the corner. Duckman from 3rd, there's no grip there at all. He goes off, they're all going off there. Yellow flags being waved, slippery surface. So clearly one of the Alphas has left some oil down. There's the number 9 machine of Dan Malone. Also had a little spin there. I think everybody in the field has. They've all found the oil, with the exception, it would seem, of the leader. Carnaby looked like he made it through okay, on board with Gary Duckman. Now let's listen as he gets on the brakes. Yeah, silence for a while there, and that oil flag, the slippery surface flag on the inside as you're midway through the corner, not really out early enough, I'm afraid. And the marshals reacting as quickly as they could. It seems the only man that missed all that was leader Tom Carnaby. Car number 10, Maurice Hayden. Here's McGann, retired in race 1 with a loose exhaust. Looks like he's got a loose under tray now. They may have had to take that off to reconnect the exhaust manifold. And he is chasing the number 15 machine. And that is Joe Girling's Vauxhall Astra. The number 9 set of Dan Malone, losing a lot of ground with the spins in the oil. He's got some work to do. And Gary Duckman now down to about 5th position, I think, after really getting caught out in the oil. Adrian Churchill made the best of a bad job there. So this is Josh Cook working his way through the field of Alphas. Wide variety of Alphas of different vintages and varieties. A 156 there, and is that green cloverleaf Alpha Sud Sprint, superb stuff. Production touring cars carving their way through the Alpha field. Blue Renault Megane of Josh Cook in 2nd place. And here is the man chasing him, number 1, the Vauxhall Astra of our Race 1 winner, Adrian Churchill. Blue and yellow Seat of Gary Duckman also threading his way through in these tight corners, or trying to at least. Finds a bit more grip on the inside than that Alpha 147. And slips past. Lapping a lot of the Alphas. They're having their own race, of course. Gary Duckman straight by Churchill. There's a problem for our race 1 winner. Churchill going very slowly down the straight there. All the Alphas now coming straight back by him. And some Fiat Puntos there as well. 5 Fiat Puntos in that race. Oh, now then, here is our race leader coming down pit road, Tom Carnaby. No word of a penalty for him, so there must be a problem with the car. And through has gone Josh Cook. Through too has gone Gary Duckman. So they are now 1st and 2nd. And Carnaby's car sounding like it's spat out a bag of bolts. Well, it doesn't really matter what's wrong with the car in a race of this duration, 20 minutes. Once you're in the pits, you are out of it. There's no chance really of coming back and doing anything. That leaves this man, Josh Cook, as our race leader, being chased by Gary Duckman. Now let's hear from Tom Carnaby.
It's terminal, I think, for this race. We're not going to be out again. Just lost all the drive. Now, whether it's a gearbox problem or a clutch problem, we don't know, but we're that's us done now, unfortunately.
Battle on now between Joe Girling in the black and green Astra and what seems to be the recovering Adrian Churchill. Churchill's got speed again, hasn't he? Flying around the outside-inside move there. Remains to be seen whether the car continues going. There's our race leader, and in 2nd place is the Seat of Gary Duckman. Josh Cook in that blue Renault. Battle for 3rd. Joe Girling chasing car number 1, Adrian Churchill, and behind is the orange Seat Leon of Dan Malone. So this is 3rd, 4th and 5th as they come out of the loop, sweeping left through Aintree and onto the Wellington Straight. And the red Astra pulls over again, well offline, pulling over to the side. Now, intermittent power problem, it would seem. That's really bad news for Adrian Churchill, the boys from Courtney Motorsport. So, Malone now in 4th place in his Seat. There's a Seat in 2nd, but it is Josh Cook that leads in the Renault Megane. In what is now a slightly older shaped Renault Megane, and our poleman in the Alphas in his black GTV, Roger Evans, just in front. Checkered flag awaits then for Josh Cook. A win in the opening race weekend. He takes the win in race 2. Gary Duckman 2nd in the Seat. And who's coming out of the last corner in 3rd place? It's going to be the 2nd Seat. That is Dan Malone. Puts himself on the podium, having jumped in front of Joe Girling on the last lap. Well, the top 3 from race 1 all in trouble, meaning Josh Cook, Gary Duckman and Dan Malone complete the podium in race 2 at Silverstone after plenty of action. And here is our race winner, Josh Cook. That was pretty topsy-turvy. I wonder if it's as much of a surprise to him.
wasn't really expecting to win that one. There was a lot of a couple of people broke down, a couple of people spun. I just managed to hold on to it, but yeah, I was a bit surprised to finish first, to be honest.
There seemed to be sort of some spinning going on early on in the race. Was there a bit of oil down?
Yeah, somebody had dropped something on the new part of the circuit. It was a fast right-hander. There was about 3-4 people spun, but I saw them spinning in front of me, just managed to get around them. Yeah, I think Adrian started to fuel surge. But yeah, it was kind of surprising seeing we're lacking a bit of straight line speed, but yeah.
I had no idea it was second though, I thought it was fourth, so we must have had a couple of retirements in front, or I misread the pack, probably to do with the spins that everybody had. I'm guessing you got that from Josh, but one of the cars in front must have dumped oil everywhere on one of the fast right-handers, and practically the whole of the top six did a 360 on about the third lap, so I thought I was miles down. I'll happily take second, just what I want.
Congratulations, you were able to sort of nip third there at the last minute.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought I got fourth when I came in, but I got told it was an Alpha that was in front of me, so I'm quite chuffed to get third place, especially behind the Seat Leon and whatnot. But yeah, I thought it was going to rain and it stayed dry, so I'm happy with that, I think.
Joint championship leaders and a very close tussle behind, all to play for at the next time out at Snetterton, and a triple race weekend.